Yeah, hi Raju. So,
Hi, Shashi.
okay, today let's take one PDF requirement. So the requirement is here. Uh, Here I have the PDF slide.
Okay.
All these PDF merged together and has to be created one consolidated PDF like this. This is the requirement.
Okay.
So let's work on this. Taking all old data. Yes, the page bot. Taking the PDF merger task here. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll take a loop to loop through all the files available in this invoices folder.
Yeah.
This path here. Files. Let's go to the files loop. So using the each file in folder selected, and the output is going to be assigned to the one dictionary folder. Sorry, one dictionary variable called files in folder.
Okay.
Here I assign this one. Once it's done.
So in A360, we have a direct option, which means the file name is going to store in the name key, and the extension of the file, that is PDF, would be stored into extension key.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, in version 11, I think we were supposed to be stored using the system variable, right? File
Correct.
name and extension.
Correct.
Okay.
So in the initial versions of V11, so there was no dictionary variable. So we used to be go with the system variables for this requirement, like file name and extension system variables. But later on they implemented the dictionary variable. But still, if we go with the version 11, we have to go with the default system variable. So not possible to assign the output to the dictionary variable.
Okay.
So,
Then there is no need to worry about creating a variable constantly.
yes. Yet those details will be stored inside this dictionary type variable, and the name key will hold the file names, and as well as extension key will hold the extension details. Okay, first what I can do is I'll check that first consolidated file is there or not. What I'll do is I'll go to and here I'll take the else command. The if block, what I'll do is I'll check for the file existence. File does not exist. That means I'll go here to the consolidated folder. Sorry, Raju. This and I'll say.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
here, let's check.
Sorry, I lost you.
Yeah, okay. Ask all my questions at the end of the.
Yeah, Raju, please go with your question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, you are asking something.
Yeah, I mean, you are checking if file does not exist in the loop, right?
Yes.
So on what condition you are trying to verify the file?
See, what will be happen is this has to be merged one by one, right here. So the first consolidation should not be there first file. So when the consolidated file is not there, directly I'll move the first file as the consolidated file to this consolidation folder. Then I'll be start merging one by one the second file and as well as this consolidated file. Then again the first file and second file to be merged and those two files become consolidated one. Later on I'll be merging the third file to the pre-existed consolidated file. Like this I am going to build the logic. So for the
Okay,
first
so you are
iteration,
checking.
yeah, it should
Hmm.
not be there, right? That's why I'm checking that.
So yeah, if my understanding is correct, you are first verifying the output folder where output file earlier or the previous file should not be available there.
Yeah, it
Then
should not
only
be there.
the
Yes,
then only the merge concept should continue.
correct. You are right.
Okay, understand. So the output file named it as a consolidated.pdf.
Yes, in the real time, in case you
Oh,
have the previous files there, you have
yeah.
to take the necessary actions to avoid the ambiguity, like
Okay,
moving the previous
okay.
file into the different shell folders or deleting it as per the required.
Understand. Understand. So based on the business scenario, it used to be changes. In few
Exactly.
cases, we can be rename it into according to the file name and the date. In few cases, it can be moved from one folder to another folder.
Yeah, it can be moved to some other folders. Correct. Now I'm
Yes.
considering
But
this.
make sure that the output file with the name has been given should not be available.
Exactly.
Okay, continue. Thank
Now what I'll do is, see, as this file is not available, by default, I'm considering that the first file itself is the consolidated file. Okay, for that, I'll be using the copy command from files, that is copy desktop file. It's here I'll be taking from this particular path. You want to variabilize this, you can variabilize this, but here for the demonstration, I am directly taking the path. Here I'll be providing the file name by using this dictionary variable, followed by dot extension. So this file has been selected, then the destination folder is, the destination file is should be the same one which we are checking here. Naming like here. So in the first iteration, this will become the consolidated one. From the second iteration onwards, the second file should be consolidated with the previous file. To achieve this requirement, I'm going to the PDF package. Here, I'll take the merge documents command and I'll be placing this inside the else condition. That means this consolidated file is already existed. Then what I'll do is I'm going to merge this consolidated file with the current file which is coming from the loop iteration. So now as per this logic, what will be happen is in the first iteration, as the consolidated file is not available, the first file will be moved into this consolidated folder and naming it as consolidated invoice or consolidated file, whatever we mentioned here. What we mentioned again, consolidated, right? From the second iteration onwards, what will be happen is as the consolidated.pdf is already exist, the logic will goes into the else block. Here, what will be doing is it will consider the current file in that particular iteration and that will be merged with the consolidated file which has created in the previous iteration, and both will be merged and overrides the previous consolidation file. So I need to select the override aspect. Okay. Once I selected the override, then I need to provide the destination file name also. So I'm copying the same thing and here pasted it. Raju, have you any questions? You have any questions?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I have a question. See, since if there is no file, we are copying the first file of the folder into the consolidated folder, right?
Correct.
And when it is going to the second iteration, it will goes to else condition.
Correct.
Okay, in the else condition, there is already it has been copied and renamed with the consolidated .pdf file. But in the second iteration, when it goes to else condition,
Yes.
again in the input folder, there
Hmm.
is already first copied file is there. How that file will be skipped?
See, when it is going to the loop, in every
Okay.
iteration, there will be only one file can be picked. In the first iteration, the first file is already picked here, and it's matched with the if
Exactly.
condition. So when it goes to the
Exactly.
second iteration, it will consider the second file. It will not go through the first file again.
Okay. So as per the loop logic, it ignores the first file already, which has processed already.
Yes, see here we are telling that, right, for each file in a particular folder. That means if we have 10 files, it will be iterating 10 times. For every iteration, it will take the file one by one. So now let's execute this. We'll be getting the consolidated file or not. So running it now.
Yeah.
Okay, got executed successfully without any issues. So here, see the consolidated file has been created already. Let's check that. We sort this. See, we have 4 files with Raju name and 3 files with Shashi name and 2 files with Sudhas. So in the consolidated as well, we should have 4 pages for Raju, 3 pages for Shashi and 2 pages for Sudha. Let's go and check that do we have it or not. See, this is the Raju one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then come to the Shashi's data, 1, 2, 3. It's also satisfied. Now Sudha's details, 1, 2. 2 invoices for Sudha also merged in this consolidated document. So hence we achieved the given requirement, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the requirement. But the thing is, I am not happy with the solution. I want to make it more complex. So now I have to consolidate the files, but there is a change in my requirement. I want to consolidate it at group level. That means all Ceci's files should be created as one consolidated file, and all Raju files should be created as another consolidated file, and all Sudha files should be created as one more consolidated file. So instead of entire folder level, we need to consolidate it at the group level. So now we need to implement that. So how can we do that? That's the requirement. So for that, what I'll do is I'm going to the string package. String package, I'll take a extract command. And in the extract command, I'll take that file name as a source. Here, what is the common point? the name is common point and the invoice number is the unique ID in these files, correct? So
Yes.
I'll remove that underscore followed by invoice numbers, and I'll just take the name by taking after command. The after value should be underscore, and I'll be assigning the output value to the new variable. I'll name it as file name. Once I created this, instead of checking consolidated folder, I'll check for the particular person consolidated folder. So whenever it's dealing with SESI, so it will check for SESI consolidated. So here I'll simply pass the file name followed by consolidated. If it's not there, for suppose in the first iteration Raju will come, right? So it will check for that Raju followed by consolidated file is there or not. Okay, if it's not there, that first file will be renamed as Raju consolidated. To make it done, so here in the destination file name, I'm assigning the, I'm concatenating the file name variable with the consolidated name. Okay. So for in the first iteration, for the first time Raju, it will be copied like this. From the second time onwards, it will be merged automatically. Right. So here also I'm making the necessary changes. As we changed the name from consolidated.pdf to file name consolidated.pdf, I'm changing it here as well. And the destination file name also should be the same. So I may make it clear for you, this one.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
So now if I run this, it has to be created at the group level consolidated files. The execution is completed successfully. Let's go to the consolidated folder. See, Raju consolidated created, Shishi consolidated created, and Sudha consolidated file also created. So let's open this. It should have 4 pages, right? See, 1 of 4. So it has 4 pages. We see here at the top side. Okay. And for the SESI, it should be 3. And Sudha, it should be 2. So the group level consolidation has been achieved. Do you have any corrections for this, Raju? Can we make it more simple? Is there any possibility?
No corrections, but I mean that's fine. I don't have any corrections, but I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
Suppose when we were when we were started the bot running,
Mhm.
so by the time when it is completing the first iteration and coming back for the second,
Okay.
if in case any new file comes and placed into the input folder,
Okay.
so how that scenario will be
See, it will
in
not
the
be
sense
possible. The new file will
new
not
file
be
will come,
considered.
the initial first file will be
No, no, no. It will not be considered. The
so
reason is,
the bot itself it
see, the thing is, the files which are there before triggering this loop, only those files can be considered. Once this loop has been triggered, the new files will not be considered. The reason is, whenever this loop triggers, right after whatever the files are there, those has been collected and saved in this dictionary folder. Okay? By that point of time, that
from the
should be
initial
a
level
static.
itself it stores. Okay.
Yes.
Understood.
They should be
That's fine, Shashi.
yeah, that's kind of prerequisites. We should not do the simultaneous thing at a time. So we should
Yeah,
make sure that all files has been generated already. Then only this has to be triggered.
exactly.
Yeah,
Now I got it. Now I got it. See,
thank you.
apart from the command understanding, we should also understand how these loops will work out and how the variables are going to store the data. So these kind of the functionality should be understood.
Exactly. See here,
Mhm.
concept is more important than the commands.
Yeah,
So here we need to understood the logic concept here, not the commands. How we build this one.
yeah, got it, got it. I think, do you have any such interesting use cases that can be discussed, Shashi?
Yeah,
Maybe not now, maybe it could be some other time.
yes, we have a lot of use cases. We'll keep discussing one by one, and we'll be posting them as well in the YouTube upcoming days.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, even
I think
we'll try to
it is
create the
really
new use cases
helpful.
as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think it is really helpful for the beginners and also in the initial level of RPA career who are working in the industry. I think
Yes,
this is really useful. I think in coming days we will continue the same path. We'll record it and we will share for the others as well.
yes. So we'll go to the developer community. We will take the requirements from there, and we'll be try to resolve them, and we'll be posting that. So this requirement also taken from the developer community itself. This is the
Uh-huh.
most excited and most demanded requirement. Lot of
Uh-huh.
people are looking for. That's why I picked it up first.
Great, great. Nice idea. Nice work, Shashi. I
Yeah,
think,
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
it was
connect
nice
with the
talking
next
to you.
use case.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. We'll sign off now.
Yeah, bye. That's